Joanne. Welcome to the Let's Get Organized YouTube hop that I do with a bunch of my friends, and Karen Yeagle from Yes Please Paper Crafts puts together and organizes for us every month. This month we're talking about metal die storage. How cool is that? I can't wait to watch everyone's videos. I thought I would start off by showing a full sweep of the craft room, and I am trying desperately to keep my camera still, but I am super not good at that. Okay, so here's my craft room. It's really small. It is like an extra bedroom in our new house, and I absolutely hate those blinds. They came with the house. I'm gonna rip them down because you know how it has like the string that hangs. I think that's super dangerous for kids and cats, so I just want to take them down. Okay, so there is my scrap box, and you're gonna see my overhead fan making that light because I get too hot, so I have to have that on. Scrap box, and underneath is all storage too, just in case you wanted to know. Here is where all my drawers are, and then over here is a door with all my Nouveau, and then if you go over, let me see if I can back up a little bit here without tripping. I have a bookshelf type situation hanging on the wall with some of my favorite layouts in 12 by 12 shadow box frames that I got at Michael's. And I just have many albums and stuff up there. Washi tape, sequins, dresser full of scrapbook collections. I think mostly that dresser has like Maggie Holmes and Paige Evans in it. And then that little 12 by 12 thing is where I keep my cardstock. There's my art bin with my recent layouts. And then I do a layout share and put them in my albums. This is just a little area over here where, you know, you walk in and the door goes there. So I have a picture of my college and some more pictures of my favorite layouts, and I have room for, I think, probably 3 more along that wall. I had a couple there, but my girlfriends were here for Christmas and Thanksgiving, and they stole them. Here's my TV on the wall, and there are some more layouts that I have. This is just my desk where my Cameo is. And then that door goes into a bathroom, and this is just a little fireplace thing that I put my books in. I got it from Wayfair in case it got cold in here. And then over here is my albums, and behind that door that has the thread and some more mixed media bottles is where some of my metal dies are, and I'm going to show you that. Super cool. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm walking up upon this door, and I'm going to try not to hit everything because it's a small space in between here, but ready for this. Watch how cool this is. Look at the doors moving. Yep, there we go. Super, super cool. I have a light on. The whole back of this door is a magnetic board, and I keep all my metal dies there. So up on the top is like doilies, mandalas, circles of some shape, some tags. I try to keep my manufacturers together. Like there's Spellbinder stuff. I have mostly Spellbinders, In Love Art Shop, Hip Kit Club, and I think that might be. I have a couple from the Stamp Market. Goes all the way down the whole bottom like that. Isn't that super duper cool? This area is super small. I'm sorry I'm so close, but this is all I can do to show you because my body barely fits in this tiny, tiny space over here. So let me try to back up here. Okay, I came out from that little teeny space. See, I have no room to get in there hardly. And that door, you saw where all the thread and stuff was. That it opens and closes, so you can go ahead and just hide what's behind it, like that. Let me try to back up a little bit here. So cool. I hope I'm not jiggling too much for you guys. So there's that. Now I'm going to go down like this and let you see my desk. And I'm going to walk across the room over here. That is a cat box for if one of my cats wants to scrapbook with me. I usually don't let them in here unless I'm in here so they don't get hurt into stuff and or eat something, and I don't want cat fur in my craft room. So here's this door. This one also does the same thing. Let me do this and I'll step back super quick and it opens by itself. Dun, dun, dun. Isn't that cool? And then behind there, there's all kinds of space behind that door. In the wall there's a gap, so I have a stack of art bins that I can put more collections in. And then on that door, there's Pink Fresh on the top, some Alt New, and then all in the middle is Hip Kit Club metal dies. And then we'll go down to In Love Art Shop dies, and I think there's some spellbinders on this side too. It's really kind of messy right now. I try to keep flowers with flowers and leaves with leaves, but I do want to keep them also by manufacturer, and this is as close as I can get in there because the dresser's right here and I can't get my body in there to show you any better than this angle, so I'm really sorry about that. But that's all my metal dies. Now, I do want to go ahead and separate out my Hip Kit Club metal dies from the rest of the pack because you may have seen before, I'm a little obsessed with Hip Kit Club. So let me get my stencil book out and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, this is my stencil book, and there is a video on this. I'll link it below if you want to see how I put it together and flip through it and all that. I keep this on my cart right next to where I scrap, which you saw previously in the video. But it's just a 6x8 Simple Stories album that I made a pretty cover for. And then each page has its own stencil in it. I'm not going to go through this because I already did this in a previous video. If you want to see that, you can watch that video. But I want to take the same concept of a 6x8 album from Simple Stories, make it pretty, and then put in there my Hip Kit Club only metal dies because I have quite a lot. There's a lot on the doors on the magnetic board, and there's also a whole bunch in my drawers over here. See my Hip Kit Club drawers. If that collection came with a metal die, it's with that collection at this time until that collection has been used up, or I find that I'm using them so much because I love them and I want to pull them out so I can get to them quicker and easier. So I want to make one of these albums for just my Hip Kit Club metal dies. If you have a magnetic board that you can buy, put a frame around and possibly put it up on a spare wall if you have one. It doesn't have to be gigantic, it can be just regular sized, and it could also take up an entire back of a door, and you could place your metal dies on those magnetic boards. Okay, so as soon as I get the stuff that I ordered to put my 6x8 album together for the Hip Kit Club metal dies, I'll probably do a separate video for that. I got an album and some of those black magnet boards, I don't know what the technical term is for them, to put that together. Okay guys, the next thing that we're talking about in this month's hop are embossing folders and stamps. And I used to be so into stamps, oh my god, I would love them. I remember way back in the day when they were on wooden blocks. Oh my gosh, I have so many. I have no place to put them. So underneath my scrap box, there's my sewing machine on the right. Those two decorative boxes there on the left are from, I think, Michael's. They're super pretty. They are full of stamps. There must be 300 in there. It's absolutely insane. I hardly ever touch them. Also, underneath on the right-hand side there where you see the butterfly and that white, there is a whole drawer I keep under there of all embossing folders. And I can get those out and show you. And then in my cart, my most favorite embossing folders I keep down here in the bottom. These are all 3D embossing folders. Hold on. From Alt to New. And those are my very, very favorites. They emboss 3D. So I keep those in my cart right next to me. So I pulled this drawer out from underneath, and I have some beautiful paper napkins that my girlfriend Karen gifted to me. And here are just like the smaller embossing folders I have. There's like Crafter, Companion, and just things I picked up over time. I get some stuff from Joanne's, things like that. And then here's a whole bunch more over here. Like that. I need to pull those out and use those more, but these are absolutely my favorites. These are all my Alt to New 3D embossing folders, and they're so gorgeous. Look how pretty. Okay, so my favorite stamps are Alt to New. So the stamps that I use all the time are right here. So I just pull them out right here when I want to use them. So in here is only Alt to New stamps. I don't like to mix my stuff up together. I'm so weird. So I have the tiny ones up front that I have, and then the bigger 6x8 stamp sets that I have, and some of them come with like metal dies. I have here in these sleeves. All right, this is my favorite stamp set. It's called Book Engravings by Alt to New. And these are the 6x8 packages that you can put them in, and those are from Alt to New as well. So I'll put my stamp sets in here, and then if I have the metal dies that go with them, those are also right inside here, so they are kept together. I don't want to search for my metal dies when I use this stamp set, so I will keep those together. And I'll just push this right back in there. And then over here is some spare stuff I have, like spare cardstock, and here's all my 6x8 pads from Honeybee Stamps. I use these to make cards and stuff. But in here are some more of the Alt to New 6x8s, but they're just a whole bunch of random stamps that I got, like In Love Art Shop, like Hip Kit Club, something that I thought was super cool from scrapbook.com or something. Sorry about the glare. And they're not necessarily in any order. There's no packaging, and I just keep them in there because this way I can super get to them quick and I can see them. And then like this is a Hip Kit Club stamp set. Things I use all the time are going to go right here in this one, and then that way when I'm sitting right here making my layouts and videos, I can just reach over and grab these if I want them. So I tend to use these ones much more than the older wooden block ones that we had back in the olden days. So there you go. That is my stamps and my embossing folders. Please visit my friends in the description box below to see how they also put all their metal dies together. I'm very curious to see what everybody does. Okay, thanks friends. I really appreciate you stopping by to see me. Have a good day. Bye.